Pretty good.
How are you guys doing?
Right, how are you?
I'm awesome. Thanks for asking.
So what gives you confidence that the offensive line play as a whole will improve?
That's a great question. I think the guys that we have returning, they truly understand the system now. So we've got more leadership there. We've got guys that we can rely on. And the young guys have come in with a great attitude, and they've fought their tails off to learn it. And they're competing right now as some of these guys are freshmen, or we've got some new guys that have transferred in that are ready to compete right now because they've put the work in. And we're excited about that.
Sure. Coach Fish said that he felt really good about the tackles.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and Peyton, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, they've had a full year. It's great training. We've had a great offseason leading up to this. Both those guys just feel way more comfortable year two. It feels like almost old hat to them now. They know what's going on. They can communicate it better now. When they were just learning it last year, now they're starting to teach it.
Seems like Jordan's weight room exploits were tweeted out quite a bit during the offseason.
Yeah, is that a thing? He likes, yeah.
He looks really good out here. Was he ever 100% last year with that ankle?
He did have some. He had some lower body injuries last year, a couple different ones, and then even the last game he didn't practice all week. He was banged up a little bit last year. Yeah, that's fair to say. And so hopefully we just got to keep him healthy.
I mean, that obviously that can affect anybody at any position, but at the position he plays,
it's
what
important.
Impact did that have?
Yeah, it was tough for him to truly to get the practice reps in, which is to keep the consistency so that he can go out there and perform on game day. It felt like a couple times he's getting in late the last day of practice, sometimes just a walkthrough. It always helps, especially new system, new program, getting in as many practice reps as you can get.
With JT and getting the starting reps there at center right now, how does he look out there?
He's doing great for a kid that's, he got here a year ago. He came in early with us and really didn't get any reps with the ones until late in the season, until we, went in the Cal game and wound up playing a bunch of reps for us. He just had a kind of a backup role last year, and now he's done a great job just preparing. He's had great leadership from Josh Baker, getting him ready to go. He's done a great job so far, and he's going to keep building. There's great competition at that position right now. It's kind of cool.
With the offensive line, the new guys you guys have coming in, what have you seen out of them so far?
Young guys?
Yeah.
Young guys have done a great job just preparing themselves to get to this point. Through the weight room, getting in shape. It's hard for a high school kid to somehow replicate this at home. So when they got here, they totally bought into the weight room, everything we're doing there with T.O., and they've done fantastic with that so that they can get here along with the learning. So they've just done everything we've asked them so far, so I'm excited where they are.
Just looking at how Noah's been competing out there and moving the pocket, that's going to surprise you for a freshman?
He does have great poise for a freshman. But he's played in big games all of his life, so this is a football practice, and so the stage is probably pretty parallel.
You guys didn't get any transfers in the portal from another four-year school who are eligible this year. I had to put all the qualifiers on. You did get a couple guys. But do you feel like you did enough in terms of adding to that group?
I think there's always room to add more. With the way the situation is now, there's more than one opportunity when that happens. So, as we all know, anything can happen.
Sure. Coach Fish seemed to imply that you guys maybe got a steal in Jonah Saba-Inea, that maybe if the pandemic hadn't happened, he might have blown up more as a recruit, or others might have swooped in. What have you seen out of him?
I see the kid that's totally taken the challenge of being a young guy and asked to compete early on. Great preparation back there in Hawaii, St. Louis High School. Coach Kroll did a great job getting that guy ready. He's just ready to compete. It's not too big for him.
One of the guys you did bring in was Borjan. Very noticeable out there how big he is. Is he a project? Is he someone who could contribute this season?
I think he had to get in shape first of all, and he's doing that right kind of now. Unfortunately, he'd like to get ready before that, but he's working his way through in these practice reps, and we'll see how far we can take it. He does have the size. He's got good movement, so we'll see where we can go with that.
Sure. When is Jacob Reese going to be able to practice?
We're not sure. We'll just keep working through a couple of the onboarding process, so we'll keep working through that.
Time for one more question.
Two more. We got two more.
You guys have a lot
You
more.
get one, you get one.
You have a lot more size as a wide receiver
Yeah.
than you had before. How can that be an advantage for the offense?
Oh, my goodness. It could be a huge advantage. There's just great matchups. It creates matchups across the field, especially in the red zone. It makes a defense pay more regard. A big guy down in the red inside the 10-yard line. You're going to put a safety over top to double him, or you're going to fit the run, and then you give him the one-on-one. So it's sometimes as simple as that. You can get little coverage advantages depending on who's out there.
How different is this spring ball experience where you guys are in terms of the weight room and roster depth compared to this past?
About the weight room, our guys last year did a fantastic job of buying in, but they were far behind. Having a full year in the program and then adding to it with another great spring, it's shown. It looks different. It feels different. The guys have put the time in, and it's shown up. So it's going to pay off, for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bear down.
I took the other one off, yeah. I took the other one off.
Well, first of all, what can you tell us about that jersey?
Oh, yeah, I just came to represent. I saw online that they were available for sale now, and so I saw that. So right before practice, I had my debit card in my hand. I ran over to the bookstore and grabbed it and then ran out to practice. But show a little love. They got obviously a huge game tonight. We're 100% behind them. Try to get as many players as we can and coaches to show up to the game and just support. And so excited to see them tonight.
You guys really reshaped the wide receiver core this offseason. Why did you feel like that was such a big priority?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge because, we got to find ways to make plays downfield, whether that's going up and getting the 50-50 balls or running past people. And that was just something that we just didn't do well enough last year. And so we went out, we found some really good guys to come in and do that. And, the best part about it is they're all here right now. And so they're already getting this experience. We don't have to wait till June to get them in here. We got them here now.
Majon's about 6'2". AJ Jones is 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
T-Max 6'4".
Right.
Yeah. Burnett's like 6'5". How can that help? Maybe especially in the red zone, having that much size. Those receivers.
Yeah, just the confidence that those guys haven't had so much success with those fade balls throughout their career. It's really been an asset to us, and we work it every day. If the quarterback can throw it back shoulder or over the top, if you got a big guy that can adjust to it, it definitely makes things easier down there. I know Coach Fish talked about it probably last time he talked to you guys, but, the plan to score in the red zone can come from the fade ball. If we can be dynamic that way, why not have some guys up there to do it? And, the best part about it really showing a little love to Ciro is we've got, what I think is one of the best corners in the Pac-12 who we can practice those against every day. So those guys are getting real live looks of what it's going to look like on Saturdays.
Not only did you guys add size, but you have Jacob Kelly and Greens and slot guys. What have they done so far for you?
Yeah. The thing that's most impressive about them is just the way they go about their business. Jacob, he came in, he learned it as fast as he could. He's still learning, doing a lot of learning, but he went out there and just went out there with some confidence. He's done it. Having put up the numbers that he's done at the college level, already. Now it's just getting the details out with him. I know he can play. I know he can take the top off. Now it's just getting all the little details in for him.
Do you envision him playing a similar role to what Stanley played?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think that they are, similar. People would say they were similar in size and speed, but, I think we're definitely trying to, use our vertical game, a lot more. As much as we can get Jacob down the field, obviously that's a good thing for our team. So I think there'll be some more emphasis on some of the vertical game. For sure.
T-Mac is obviously a huge get. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
T-Mac is obviously a huge get in recruiting. What do you like the most about him, and what's kind of the next phase for him?
Yeah. The things I like about him the most is obviously the playmaking ability. The ability to go up and get the ball is special. There's not many people that can do it the way he can do it. But the composure that he has, too. It's not too big for him. I think today probably, the install probably caught up with a little bit with him today. But, he's shown throughout spring ball so far just his level of composure out there on the field. And if we can get him out there, if we can get the releases right, we can continue to get him stronger. He's already 200 pounds, so he's a good-sized kid. If we keep getting him stronger, I think he's going to be a real threat out there on the field.
Talk a little bit about Majon, right? But what does that mean for you guys in that receiving room to get him back on the field?
Yeah, it means everything. It was hard. It was really hard last year. Watching him do some of the stuff he did on our scout team and, us not being able to use him during the season. that was very, very difficult to watch. And so we were excited to get him out here. You know, Majon is continuing to learn. You know, he was here all year, but kind of being in that scout team world, he wasn't really involved, you know, with the day-to-day game planning offensively. And so, you know, we got a lot to teach him, and he's got a lot to learn. But we'll be happy to be able to use him now.
When did things start to turn for Dorian last year? He kind of went from someone who wasn't even playing that much to practically your leading receiver over the season.
Right. Yeah. Dorian, he kind of always kept learning. There was a period, you know, last year during the season where probably deservingly so, he got a little frustrated because he wanted to be out there and play. But what he did is he just kept working. And we got to a point in practice where he just kept making plays. And as a staff, we were like, we got to give this guy a chance. So he goes out there against, I believe it was USC, and first play that he's in, he catches an over route, you know, for 25 yards, first play. And so from then, he just kind of kept going. And then really the best part about Dorian was when we got back, I think January 26th, January 28th, a whole different mindset to the way he approached the game. You know, I would compare it to the way Stanley worked, the way he's working right now, where, you know, he's out there as much as he can. He's in the office as much as he can. He's in the weight room, training room as much as he can. Really that Stanley-like work mindset that I think has elevated his game a lot. Yep. All good. Appreciate you guys. Yep.